Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today on what are we today? Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Market just opened. We had some strong earnings this already. Yesterday we had what? AMD, we had Apple, we had Google, and we had Microsoft. So good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. I know the stock market is up a nice amount today. Hopefully that hasn't changed since the last time I took a look at it. And good morning to everybody. Let me just finish setting everything up real quick. Danny, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for the support. Like always, thank you for being a member. It means so much. So let's just jump right into what's happening right now. So right now, what do we see? Dow is down about 0.2%. Nasdaq is up 0.5%. The S&P 500 is pretty much flat. So if we take a quick look at the map, I mean, it doesn't really show much. It shows Google is up 3%. That's the biggest winner right now. Everything else looks pretty much flat, but I'm pretty sure if I take a look at my overall portfolio, it does seem to be a really good day for growth stocks, right? Especially, it seems like Chinese stocks are also rebounding a bit from the bottom that they hit yesterday. PDD is up about 14.5%. What else do we have? We have NEO up 7%. We have JD. But you also have some other players, right? Activision is up 3%. DraftKings is up 3.3%. Unity up 3%. So not only Chinese stocks, it seems like growth stocks also are rebounding today. I mean, even some of those Melly, for example, this one's up 2% today. Good morning, Sergio. How's it going? Aiden, what's going on, Aiden? How's it going? I'm doing good. How's it going with you, Aiden? Tom from Canada, what's going on, Tom? I feel like I haven't seen you in some time. Hope everything is going good with you, Tom. But yeah, so we could see, right? Definitely good day right now. Probably is going to be a strong, hopefully it stays like this. I don't want to jinx it. The only things down right now are Spotify, right? They just reported earnings. Spotify is down about 10%. This is probably one, really, Sergio, really that bad in Netherlands with the weather. Good morning. What's going on? Good afternoon to you. Hope everybody's having a good day. I think market seems good right now. I hope it stays. So today, this morning, we had Spotify report earnings. Spotify is down to $215. I mean, I'm going to take a quick look at their earnings later on. That's probably a video I'm going to do on Spotify and Shopify. Shopify is also down about 0.65%. But Spotify does look attractive. This might make it on my list to buy on this Saturday when I do a video, if it stays around this level. What else do we have? So let's take a quick look at what earnings are coming out today. I think today, nothing too crazy, or nothing too exciting, right? I mean, yesterday we had AMD. AMD, I thought was super impressive. I don't know if you guys watched the video on AMD that I did, but their report was super impressive. 60% year-over-year growth for the full year of 2021. I don't think it can get much better than that for the company. So today, what do we have? This morning we had Boeing, Shopify, Pfizer, Tilray, McDonald's, and Spotify. These are some popular companies, not ones that I really care, except for Spotify and Shopify. But maybe some of you guys, I think someone here was invested in Boeing, and I think Boeing is actually up right now. So Boeing, yeah, it's up 4.7%. So whoever got into there, congratulations. Hopefully you're doing good. Today, after the market closes, actually after the market closes is going to be interesting. I want to do Facebook. I want to do PayPal. I want to do Qualcomm. Do some earnings. So Danny, Boeing boys flying. Nice. Was it you, Danny, that was talking about Boeing? I know it was someone that was talking about thinking about buying Boeing. Yesterday I ended up doing a video on AMD, on Microsoft, and Google. I'm not sure if I'll do an episode on Apple or Teladoc. Teladoc maybe later on this week, maybe on Friday, since Teladoc is down a bit. But at the moment, I don't see myself doing a video on these two right now. Today, this morning, I might do a Shopify video and a Spotify video. And tonight, I'll definitely do Facebook. And with Facebook, I'm not sure who I will go with. AMD, I agree, man. AMD is hot. I think, I don't know how the stock price is acting right now. So it's up 1.45%. It took a big dip. Crazy, right? It took about a 4% dip from its highs when it opened. But now it's flying back up. It's up about 3% again. So, I mean, AMD, I think earnings were great. I don't think much price movement is gonna happen to the stock until the Silenex, however you want to pronounce it, acquisition is complete. I think until then, the it's gonna be a pretty quiet stock. So Seagate Tech, on the Discord, what's going on, Nice Skater, or David? On Discord, I posted Seagate Tech to take a look at it if possible. All right, we can definitely take a look at it. Danny, you were adding into AMD when it was at its 75 levels. So I mean, AMD, I definitely like it. It's been trending. I do believe that's a strong support. Right, that's where I really liked AMD. If I was to add in at my current position size, that's where I would like to add AMD right now, around that 75 levels. I think that's the time to really go in. So Danny, nice on getting in at those levels. I think for the long term of things, that's pretty strong. Nintendo getting beat. What's going on? Did they report earnings or something, Danny? Let's take a quick look. Nintendo right now is taking a quick hit, a nice hit. It's not, I want to say it's probably looking pretty attractive right now around that mid 60 levels. Might take a look at that later on this week on it. Did they I don't think they report earnings yet. Right now they don't report earnings till August 5th of 2021. So I can't, man, can you guys believe August is already next week? That is insane. This year is just flying by. And it honestly has probably been one of my best years ever. I'm super happy with everything that's happening this year, in form of growth, and I definitely want to say thank you to you guys for making it possible. But yeah, so earnings this week, super impressive today, and tomorrow too are gonna be cool. So probably, guys, if you guys want me to do any of those videos, feel free to let me know. So what do we have right now? Anything in stocks? Tesla reported moving out of malls, dealing another blow to shopping center owners. That's actually pretty cool. I mean, I didn't think there was a reason for them to do. I mean, Tesla is one of those companies that you don't even need to advertise your company that much. Pure word of mouth is one way to kind of get into it. So a Tesla reporting that's moving out of there, that's pretty cool. I don't think it's going to affect the company much. Let's see, anything else happening in the market? Pfizer sells 7.8 billion in COVID shots. That is insane. Nothing. It doesn't seem like there's anything crazy happening in the market right now. Alex, what's going on, Alex? Hey, Jose, hope you have a good day. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. So nothing crazy happening in the market right now, though they took over old dealerships. Is that what they did? David, I'm not familiar. I knew in the malls. I remember they just had random stores. I didn't know dealerships had random stores in the malls. But I know they had like little simple stores where you would just see everything that they had. And let's see. So I do think today's earnings, we have what? Facebook. How's Facebook looking right now in forms of technicals? I just want to take a quick look. And if you guys want to take a look at any stocks, what was the stock ticker you want to take a look at, David? Facebook is not the ticker, FB. I mean, Facebook, it seems to be very excited right now. I mean, we had strong results from Google. We had strong results, I think, from like Snapchat and Twitter. So I guess a lot of investors are already expecting Facebook to do well. It's definitely seen a nice run up in the past few days, and I wouldn't see why some of these other advertisement companies did well and Facebook is not going to do well. So I believe it's going to be strong earnings. Unfortunately, maybe some of it is already kind of priced in for Facebook. The other two, I think Qualcomm. Let's take a quick look at QCOM. Seagate Tech. All right, so we'll find it. So Qualcomm, I do like Qualcomm where it's at right now. They do report earnings today. It is last earnings. It took a nice dip. I wonder how this is going to do. But Qualcomm, I've definitely done a few videos on them. They look pretty interesting. A company I wouldn't mind, if they take a bigger dip, I wouldn't mind looking into a little bit more. So let's see. Anything trending on StockTwits? StockTwits Tilray. All right, this is, I believe this is the cannabis business, up 22%. AMD is up 1.5%. Google killed it, right? Google is up 3.6%. TDoc right now is really down, down 5.3%. Sylv, thanks. STX. Okay, so that is the Seagate. Okay, so that's the Seagate, right? It's the is that the memory company then? I think I might have heard of them before. Hey Jose, Stefan. A day or two ago, I said take a peek at LK Lucan Technology, AKCL, in the Discord server. Stefan, all right, we can definitely take a look at that for sure. So we already have two stocks to take a look at. So we have STX, which I'm pretty sure is Seagate. Let me just remember. Seagate Holdings. So I'm pretty sure this is a memory company, right? So they deal with data storage technology and solutions in Singapore, United States, and Netherlands, and international. So this would fall, I would put it like in the semiconductor market. So let's take a look. Right now, it's a market cap of $19.3 billion. This is, I wouldn't say a super small company, but not a super big company. Normally, these are the types of market caps I like to enjoy, and a little bit between like 10 to $100 billion are the ones I personally enjoy. If we take a look, this company is not expected to grow too much though, 5.1% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. But what do you get? You get a company profitable earnings, positive cash flow from operations. So fundamentals look good. I'm pretty sure you get a dividend. Yes, you get about a 3.1.5% dividend. So you also get a dividend with this. And if we take a look at their financial health, they have about $1.2 billion in cash, $5.1 billion in debt. But they do have strong long-term assets and physical assets. I'm pretty sure because they are a memory company, they have a lot of probably like manufacturing plants and stuff like that. So overall fundamentals are okay. Again, David Beck, I'm pretty sure most of the stocks we come out with here are ones that are already profitable, already positive in cash flow, do provide a strong dividend, right, and provide some form of future growth. So fundamentals, this is something I would look at if I wanted to get away from a little bit of growth stock at the moment. So STX right now, in forms of technicals, the stock price right now, I wouldn't say it's too overextended. It might be a bit overextended from its medium-term moving average, but I do believe a good portion of the risk has been gone away. Has gone. Obviously, stock prices can continue to go down. This is a company that is profitable. So let's take a look at it as EV to EBITDA ratio, and let's go to max 3 years. I think would be more than enough. Open image in new tab. So we can see, right, STX right now, if you take a look at forward EV to EBITDA ratio, it was a bit overextended earlier on in the year. It's definitely seen quite a correction. And right now it's kind of value seen around January of 2020, right? It's definitely had cheaper prices. I don't think right now it's overvalued or undervalued compared to its historical trends, compared to its historical values. So if I was to enter right now, I wouldn't be scared opening with like a medium-sized position, maybe. Definitely not a larger position. There could be better buying opportunities, but at least a medium. Again, David, there's still so much, right? Understanding the product the company does, understanding its competitors, but based on fundamentals, based on technicals right now, it doesn't seem like half bad. I personally wouldn't buy just because it's not my investment styles, but you're getting a company with dividend, you're getting a company with profitable earnings, positive cash flow from operations. So hopefully that helped out, David. Right, quick analysis, and remember, right, we're just looking at fundamentals and technicals, but there's still so much understanding what the company actually does and taking a look at their future roadmaps is also important. Right, so next we have Stefan. Hey Jose, a day or two you wanted to take a look at LKCO. This one seems AKCO, Lucan Technology. All right, we'll take a quick look at this one, but first let me answer Danny. Danny, have you heard of the new M1 Finance credit card offers up to 10% when you spend on companies you are invested in? You can even reinvest cash back into the companies. That is interesting for sure. I haven't heard of that. I don't personally use M1 Finance, but we can definitely. I'll probably take a look at that. That's super strong, especially on that cashback when you spend on companies you invest in. Pretty interesting. I mean, for sure. So I'll take a look at that, Danny. Danny? Are you here in the United States? Is that an offer here in the United States, or is that an international offer? So Alex, what happened to Spotify? You think it's a good entry? So Alex, I am gonna do a earnings video on Spotify and Shopify in the upcoming hours. So I haven't really looked at it too much. Maybe I can answer that a little bit later on this day though. Alex. That video should come out, I want to say probably in like 4 hours or so. But in forms of, if nothing dramatic has changed, I do like these entry levels right now. But obviously, I have to take a quick look at earnings. So said here, what about ASMI? That's not ASML, right? AMSI. We can take a look at that one too, Sergio. Kai, what's going on, Kai? Can you check out DT? All right, we got a few stocks here to take a look at, so for sure. Let's start off with Lukin Technology. So Lukin Technology, together with its subsidiaries, provides location-based services and mobile applications products for long-distance travelers in the People of Republic of China. So we can see this is already an international company. So, Stefan, let me first say this, right? Normally, small companies like this, especially if there are Chinese markets, I normally tend to stay away from. I personally, there only are a handful, if that, of small market cap companies that have ever invested in China. That's Huya, that's Niu, and that's Lunkin Coffee. Every other ones I tend to are usually big players like Tencent. From time to time, I might have been in Baba, JD, for example. So normally, right off the bat, this is a market I would personally stay away with, just because just my overall risk tolerance. Every investor, right, Stefan, has their own risk tolerance levels. For me, if it's limit my exposure to China, it's usually around 10 to 15%. But within that, I also limit my exposure to what type of market cap companies I would focus on. Usually small ones are not for me. But overall, the product that they're hitting, location-based services, I mean, I can just see the overall government needing a service like that over there, right? Just to keep track of things. So I can definitely see this being a product or a company. This is very new company. There's not much analysts following it, especially since it's so small. So not much future growth. So let's take a quick look at historical growth. In the past, this company has not been profitable, has not been positive in cash flow from operations. So right off the bat, this is a red flags right here. This doesn't mean the stock is a bad investment. It's just definitely not an investment for me. There's just not too much information that I can really follow along, right? Right, Stefan. So because there's not too much information, and this is something that would probably take a lot of digging into, I personally just believe there's other stuff in the market, right? We can see overall, I mean, look how the performance. It's been a bit iffy, weird. It's also a penny stock, right? So, Stefan, again, this doesn't mean it's a bad investment. This stock can provide 100% returns. All stocks can. It's just not an investment that I personally would enjoy. Have enjoyed. So Henry, have we covered AMD already? So Henry, I did do a video on AMD, so let me post that for you if you want to just see my overall thoughts. But if you have any questions on it, feel free to let me know, Henry. Here, I've done a video AMD. So I share my overall thoughts on this, on the earnings, on this 7-8 minute video, Henry. So take a look at that if you want to just see AMD. I'm super bullish on it. My overall thoughts, right? Strong growth. We saw strong growth in all the departments, in graphics, in the Ryzen's. We saw strong growth in the data center. That was super bullish to me. They're still seeing strong growth in the semi-customs. They now are in, for example, partnerships with Steam's, the Valve, the gaming console that they have. Partnerships with Tesla, which is going to be for the Model X and the Model S. So overall strong growth. They increased their guidance for the full year. So I talk a lot about that in that video, Henry. Maybe you can watch it, and then if you have any questions, you can come back to the stream and ask me any questions you might have after that video. Or if you have any questions now, feel free to post. Danny's, all I know is that it's not available in the US territories. Never mind, Danny. So I haven't really, normally if it's not in the oh man, that was your reminder. Thank you, David. So guys, if you, that's not it. Guys, if you are not on the Discord channel, feel free to join. We have a lot of great investors there. A lot of people just like to discuss ideas. A lot of people also post pictures of food, cars, and dogs. So if you're into any of those stuff, feel free to go into it. Might not be able to watch Thursday, Friday, and Monday, so you're on your own. Oh man, David, why are you leaving me? Why? You got some So tomorrow, guys, in case, I will post it tomorrow's live stream. I do gotta get a haircut. It's been pretty bad. So I'm going tomorrow morning. My live stream tomorrow morning might be moved to a later time. And usually Fridays, I tend to take the day off because I'm usually beat with all these videos. Right now, I think I pump like 3 videos a day, especially right now during earnings season. So Friday's usually my day off on streaming, but I'll probably still do videos, just not stream. Nice, David. Where are you going? So Pilot, let's see. Pilot, hey Jose. Hey Pilot, how's it going? AMD video was great and showed wisdom, knowledge, and experience over time. Very bullish. Thank you, Pilot. I mean, AMD, it deals a lot. AMD is a company I've followed for so long, many years. So I know that company almost like, I mean, I wouldn't say like the back of my hand, but because of my semiconductor knowledge through education, semiconductors are usually like my bread and butter. I really do enjoy them. Pilot, I bought some Tencent, risky, but gave it a few years and may reach an all-time high again, which is now 60% upside. Pilot, yes. I mean, I don't know why I just said yes like that. Pilot, yes, I agree with you. Tencent, a risky play for sure, right? Risky, I feel like risky is it's a bad word. Risky, more like volatile. Like it's gonna be a company that's gonna be very volatile, right, Pilot? In the next few months, probably. Can see lower prices. But in few years, I mean, the strength that they have in the gaming market, especially, I think just the gaming market alone is the main reason I am bullish in that company. That enough can make so much money for that company. The upside of metaverse, the upside of esports, the upside of live streaming, it's just to me at whole crazy levels. That and their clouding department. So Pilot, agree, risky or volatile for the next few months maybe. Let's take a quick look at Tencent. All right, Tencent Holdings right now is up a nice amount. It's up what, 4% today. This one's obviously taking a big beating, a bigger beating than most because it does have to deal with a lot of digital ecosystem, and that's where it seems like the Chinese government is really attacking right now. So main reason I believe this one's taking a bigger hit than some and not gaining as much as these other Chinese stocks. But regardless, I am very bullish in this company still in long term of things. So I know you guys mentioned some stocks. I forgot what you guys were talking about. We got Sergio, right? Sergio, you want to take a quick look at ASMI. So this is is this the company? There's 2 cap stocks here. So ASM International, is that it? Sergio? This one right here. Is it over what city is, what state is that? I mean, what country is that? ASMI International. NV. I'm not sure what NV is. But Sergio, if you're still here, let me know if this is the company. Is it ASMI International, or is it ASMI Asurani Kresna Mitra? So feel free to let me know. And guys, while we're here, let me know any other stocks you guys want to take a quick look at. Overall market it's pretty much green right now. Nvidia is still killing it, right? Up about 1%. This is 15-minute delay. AMD is green. A lot of tech players are up. Apple, unfortunately, is down still 0.7%. If we take a quick look at the overall market, yes, international. All right, so we'll take a quick look. Dow seems to be turning around, is pretty much flat, 0.13%. Nasdaq is up 0.71. S&P 500 is pretty much flat at that. If we take a quick look at what's happening right now in my portfolio, the biggest leaders right now are the overall Chinese market. PTT, JD, Huya, NIU are my biggest winners. Then you have Unity, right? Unity is there. And Tencent is also up there. My biggest loser today are Teladoc and Spotify. Teladoc is a small position in my portfolio, so not really affecting me too much. Spotify, on the other hand, this was a tier 1 stock for me last year. Even though my price, I want to say my price to here is around 150, maybe a little bit less than that. Spotify still holds a good portion of my portfolio, so that one's probably dragging me down a bit today. So Sergio, yes, international. All right, so let's take a quick look at ASMI International. So engages in research, development, manufacturing, marketing, and services of equipment and materials used to produce international to produce semiconductor devices, Sergio. So you know me right off the bat. Semiconductors are ones I enjoy. This is a company expected to grow 11.9% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. So strong growth. This is not ASML, right? No, this is hey, I have a little bit of time between meetings again. What's going on, Fizz? Hope you're having a good day. ASMI stock. I just want to make sure this isn't. Did you look at spot? No, Fizz, I have not yet. I am gonna take a quick look at them later on. No, it's I'm gonna do a video earnings on them on Spotify and Shopify. Sit here. No, it is not ASML. It's not ASML. All right, cool. Because I thought isn't ASML also a Dutch company? So are they both? I just want to see. I thought ASML was also no ASML. Is Netherlands. Headquarters in Netherlands. This is interesting. I just curiosity, right? ASMN International is headquarters. Netherlands is Dutch. Thank you, Rizviz. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not a maps guy. So headquarters. So ASM International is in headquarters in Netherlands, and so is ASML. Pretty weird that they almost have similar names, right? So that's what confused me a little bit. So today we're gonna be talking, and they both deal with the overall semiconductor industry. So that's what kind of confused me, right? So 2 Netherlands companies, 2 semiconductor companies. So pretty interesting for sure. That's where the confusion comes. But we're not taking a look at ASML. We're taking a look at ASMI. So right now, current market cap of about 14.2 billion euros. So how much is that in United States dollars? Is that like 20 billion? 20 billion in United States dollars or so. Currently, they work in the semiconductor market. Future growth, right? They're expected to grow 11.9% on average. So a nice growth company, especially for one that's profitable in earnings, positive in cash flow from operations. So right off the bat, I'm really liking this here, right? We get a company that's positive in earnings, positive in cash flow. And then look at this. I mean, Sergio, I feel like you know me. You really do know me, man. So balance sheet, they have no debt to their name. They have 500 million euro in cash, plenty of inventory. This is a company you want to see, right? Strong fundamentals, strong balance sheet. If we take a look at their earnings, right, at their ownership, most of it is owned by the institutions, 48.7%. I mean, you have some big boys here like BlackRock, Vanguard owning. I wanted to see if there were any insiders owning it. No individual insiders really do own it. I want to take a quick look at what they produce. So ASM, let's see some of their solutions. So they do autonomic layer deposition. This is one that I probably would have to do a little bit further. I don't think I can go with it right now. It does seem like I have to take a closer look and use some brain function. Yeah, I kind of do. So let me just take a quick look at the overall technicals of it. So ASMI International. Right now, I'm pretty sure just like most stocks, right now, they, especially the semiconductor industry, right? They have been trending up a lot. So the only one yellow flag right now, all the green flags were there, right? We strong fundamentals. The main, I want to say a big yellow flag right now is this stock is a bit overextended. It doesn't mean it's going to go down. I just believe the chances of it happening are there. So there is a possibility of a pull down. Like I said, pull downs are not guaranteed. So if one is ever bullish in a company, even getting some skin in the game isn't, in my opinion, a bad idea, not advice. Let's take a quick look if maybe we can find something here. ASMI. If we can find, so yeah, we can see here in forms of forward EV to beta ratio, it's a lot more expensive than it was in January of 2020. So overall, right, it's telling me is the ticker ASMI, so people buy it by accident instead of ASML. Pretty interesting, right? I mean, they still had Fizz. I honestly, they still had strong fundamentals. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I would say the biggest red flags is the valuation right now, Sergio. It's just the again, not advice, and obviously the stock price can continue to go down. But The valuation, I wouldn't say, form both in technicals and both in valuation metrics and financial metrics. So Pilot, anybody know what time of expected immediate feedback from Fed meetings is today? I see interest rate as a big short and medium term risk to growth portfolios, and mainstream media screaming that daily. So I do think, isn't it usually around 2:30, even if it's just feedback meetings? Fed meetings, minute meetings, right? Minute meetings. Let's see. So today we are in, where are the meetings? They don't have a date. Come on, you can't have a schedule. Meeting time date. Minute time date. 3 weeks after the date. They don't have a time. Do they have a time? It doesn't seem like they do right now on Pilot. So Fizz, we already answered. Danny, do you have a referral link for Simply Wall Street to percentage off? Unfortunately, Danny, no, I do not. I do not. I'm sorry. Pilot Poncho, although tech usually benefits from interest rate hikes, especially in the first year, right, Pilot? I mean, I've done, I've read a few articles that do mention, especially the first year, tech industries, especially the big players, do tend to benefit during interest rate hikes. Good companies with good balance sheets and pricing power will do good. Simple buying opportunities when everybody overacts. Very great, Pilot. I mean, those are some great knowledge, Pilot Poncho. Thanks for sharing that, and I agree, right? I mean, sometimes this short-term movement, short-term reaction in stock prices can provide strong buying opportunities. I know probably a lot of people could be saying that yesterday about Chinese stocks, but I mean, hindsight is 2020, right? I mean, right, we have Tencent already up 3%. You have Baba, for example, up 4% from yesterday. And I think yesterday they kind of already bounced off too. So if you bought off at the bottom, obviously I don't think anyone's that good. Maybe some of you are, but from the bottom yesterday, so you're already up around 7%. That's insane. So overall, I mean, sometimes overreaction in the market can provide good buying opportunities. So guys, is there any other stocks you guys want to take a look at? Oh, Kai. My apologies. You said DT. I keep missing that one. So let's take a quick look at DT. This is Dynatrace Inc. Is this a software company? So this is an American-based. Mind taking a look at INFY. Stefan, we can definitely take a quick look at that one after this. Pilot, I bought it quite a bit yesterday. Tencent, Baba, Neo, CJD. Nice, Pilot. Congratulations. Right, I'm pretty sure it's still going to be very volatile. Today is definitely a good day, but in form of long terms, I do think that's pretty interesting. So Kai, we're gonna take a quick look at Dynatrace, and then we're gonna jump into Danny. Danny obviously gets first dibs due to being a member. So Dynatrace isn't, but first let's just do Dynatrace. Dynatrace is an American technology company that produces a software intelligence platform based on artificial intelligence to monitor and optimize applications. So it has the greatest words ever. It has software company, it has intelligence platform, it has artificial intelligence. So right off the bat, this company is valued crazy amounts, right? Obviously, that's a joke. But a pretty bad one. The stock price, we can see, is not that bad from its all-time highs. We can see it is down 2.2% from its all-time highs, from its 52-week high, right? So not any crazy correction. Let's take a quick look. I'm gonna guess this company is a bit overextended when we take a quick look at fundamentals. So right now, market cap $17.8 billion. David, all words that Jose likes. So what do we get with this company? You get a company that's profitable in earnings. Normally, I'm gonna foresee the future. If a software company is profitable in earnings, they have been already positive in cash flow from operations for a long time. And no, they haven't actually. It's only a few times, but they are positive in cash flow from operations. This is what you like to see, right? Positive earnings, positive cash flow from operations. They're expected to grow 18.2% on average, right? Kai, so strong growth, decent fundamentals. It does seem like COVID situation, it kind of impacted them a bit, but they're back to their normal levels, so that's good. If we take a look at financial health, they have about $325 million in cash, $391 million in debt. Their overall balance sheet, I wish, would be a little bit stronger, even though they are profitable, even though they are positive in cash flow from operations. I wish it was just a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit more cash, maybe a little bit less debt. If we take a quick look at ownership, what do we get with DT? You get a company, venture capital, private equity firms own a good portion. I'm pretty sure it's this Thoma Bravo LLC that owns almost a third of the business. Then you have your big players like Vanguard. So nothing crazy there. If we take a quick look at, for example, technicals, like I mentioned, right, this is definitely software stocks right now. I do believe are a bit overextended. I do believe there is going to be a better buying opportunity for the software market. Obviously, that doesn't mean stock prices can't continue to go up. They can always continue to go up. I do believe a good portion of the risk right now, a yellow flag is the overextension in forms of technicals. Another yellow flag to me was that balance sheet, not the greatest, not the worst. I would just put it as a yellow flag. Maybe we can take a quick look at EV to EBITDA ratios right now for this company. So Dynatrace, let's open image in new tab. Let me close out to some of these other things. Again, just like some of these other stocks, actually, let's go back. Maybe we can go back. Oh no, that's as far as we can go. May of 2020. So we can see it is definitely a bit overextended compared to where it's been in the past. So right off the bat, again, this is another yellow flag. It kind of matches what the technicals are saying to me, that it is a bit historically overpriced. It doesn't mean it's overpriced for its future growth. It just tells me, hey, compared to its historicalness, it's a bit overpriced. Doesn't mean it's a bad investment. Just means that, hey, a little risk behind it, a little added risk behind it outside of its normal risk, right? So Kai, fundamentals were okay. Technicals and valuations are probably my biggest yellow flags right now. Overall, I don't understand what the company does, so it's still very important to go in and see, like, what are their future roadmaps, what are their customers saying, how are they growing in forms of revenue and stuff like that. But overall, I personally, let's say someone wants to buy this, I think after a year I would probably sell it right away. Let's say I had to hold it for a year, I wouldn't be too upset, but I would sell it right after I could. So Viz, you tried buying 7 stars, so I ended up with 7 more shares. What do you mean 7 stars? I don't know what that means. 7 stars, so I ended up with 7 more shares of C yesterday. Nice. Those 7 more shares of C is impressive. So let's see, Danny, we'll take a quick look at yours and then we can see. So what else? We have Ob here. Hey Jose, any thoughts on Flint? Kia, cybersecurity. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense, right, Kai? Cybersecurity is definitely a market that's, I want to say, very overextended right now, but I do want to say, I corrected it because I said 6 by accident. Oh, sorry. Fizz. So Kai, cybersecurity, right? Definitely a market. It's a bit overextended right now, rightfully so. What is the time to show my ignorance? What is the metaverse? What is Skynet? So metaverse, for example, I mean, there's so many definitions, Pilot, of the metaverse. I think the best way, and Pilot, if you're old, I'm sorry, that might have come out wrong. If you're from the older generation, I think you might heard of the movie Ready Player One. I think that was a older movie, right? That just recently got remade. Ready Player One, I think, is the best definition of the metaverse. It's kind of like this is an older movie, right? I'm pretty sure this was a remake. So Ready Player One, I think, is the best way to understand the metaverse. It's more of like a digital world within the world where you can kind of really interact with other players. Obviously, we're nowhere near where Player One is, but I think this is probably the easiest way to kind of see where the metaverse can go. So inside of there, right, you have people interacting, you have advertisement from companies, you have digital payments, you have social medias and stuff like that. So I do think the metaverse is probably best defined in something like this. So Ready Player One, I think, would be it. So it's more like a digital world where people can kind of go in and kind of escape the real world to some extent. And maybe that might not be the only reason, but I do think that would be one of the huge driving forces of a metaverse. Skynet, I'm pretty sure, I'm not much of a Terminator fan, but Skynet is the creator of artificial intelligence, and they were like the creators of the first Terminator. Like it was the company that kind of started off the Terminator, or all these the destruction of humankind due to the build of their artificial intelligence platforms. So a lot of people call like Nvidia, or I forget, some other companies like Skynet, because they believe that the artificial intelligence that they're working on will eventually terminate human mankind, right? So I want to say that's probably a pretty weird question, pretty off topic from stocks, but I think that might be the best way I can explain it. Maybe someone else, maybe someone else could have explained it a little bit better. But hopefully that helps, right, Pilot? The boomers. Danny. Oh man. So let's see what Danny, what was the stock you want to take a quick look at? BCEI. Yeah. But a metaverse, I think, I mean, the metaverse is I'm working on that video for sure, Pilot, where I explain it a little bit more. So hopefully that should be out. I was hoping to have it this week, but we know we have heavy earnings this week that I've been just really focused on these videos right now. Maybe over the weekend, I'll drop it. I always think of Wall-E. You know, I've never really seen Wall-E either. I feel like I barely watch movies now. I'm gonna go on like a Netflix binge watch or something, or Disney Plus. But let's see, AMD is on fire. Like good fire or bad fire? Extraordinaire. Let's see. AMD stock. What do we got here? Woo, yeah. We got 3.5% up on AMD right now. Looks pretty good. Out of curiosity, I just want to see something. If my article made it to the full yet. Oh yeah, nope, it hasn't yet. I don't think I posted it yet. Actually, I did. I might have worked on. I think that was what I was working on this morning. So I would listen to John or Mark Zuckerberg talk about the metaverse. They have really amazing visions of what it will be. Very true. So during I do have it here. One thing that I definitely to do. So if anybody ever wants to learn more about the metaverse, just go to Google and put metaverse CEO, and you'll hear a lot. For example, what Fizz, I think it was Fizz that just mentioned. For example, there's an interview about Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, that talks about it. Roblox CEOs Dave also talks about it. And Take-Two Interactive CEO talks about it. There's so many CEOs out there, and I would say those are probably the people on the front line that kind of show where this is gonna go in the future. So if you guys ever want to learn more about the metaverse CEO, go to videos. This is part of my overall research that I'm just taking a look at prospects or thoughts from other CEOs. So Fizz, good information of that. Fizz, agree. Or John, yeah, Unity CEO, it's another one that did talk about it. So let's see, good. Yeah, AMD, I'm happy. I mean, let's just hope it stays like this. Out of curiosity, I want to see how Nvidia is doing today. Nvidia's also, I mean, Nvidia's just a beast, right? I mean, it's insane. I thought it was going to see a pullback. I mean, it can still happen at the moment. Not Intel, on the other hand. It's weird. It's actually an inverse to AMD, right? So you can see when it's down, when AMD was up, this was down. When AMD was down, this was up, and now reverse, right? Because if we look at AMD, it's honestly the inverse of that. So Fizz, oh nice. John talked about it in the QA of the most recent Unity earnings call. Airbnb looks like it will break out of its downtrend resistance. Let's see. Yeah, Airbnb. I think right now, I mean, this one bounced off really nice off that 130. I understand now that the context, I can definitely see that happening in the future. Maybe not in my life, but definitely my kids. A huge VR world, people spend lots of time and money in. Exactly, Pilot, right? And maybe, right? I don't even know how long it would take to it, but just the overall technology improvement and gaming companies, even though maybe I do think in the next 10 years would have some form of metaverse, not to that extent where we see it in like Ready Player One, but a place where all these types of ad tech, digital currency, digital wallets, advertisement, gaming, social marketing, social places is going to be together. So I do think we're already there. Pilot Poncho, for example, I don't know if you were here yesterday. Oh, I don't. Let me see. PowerPoint. It's the metaverse. See. So I mean, right now there's actually, for example, an actual 3D club. Where if you put on your VR goggles, Pilot Poncho, you can kind of go to these live events on a 3D club, and there's actual DJs playing there, doing live events, and people can kind of go hang out. Facebook is working with their Horizon. Roblox, I mean not Roblox, Fortnite has kind of done concerts within their platforms, live concerts, which have seen like 12.3 million concurrent players watching a concert at the same time. So I think already it's been there. I think it's just gonna improve from there. I think right now it's nowhere near to the extent it could be, but already gaming companies are moving into it. If it happens soon, I can run around in as a teenager again. I spend time and money there. My wife, Pilot, that is insane, for sure, right? And it's, I mean, it's definitely pretty cool, right? I mean, it's insane. I think that's gonna be more of a game changer than space travel in the next few years, and probably in the next few decades. So metaverse will replace malls almost completely for younger generations. That's actually pretty true, right, Fizz? I mean, you'll be able to just go through a virtual mall and purchase anything you want. Danny, what was the stock you want to take a quick look at, and then we can take a look at some of the other ones. I know Danny mentioned a stock. Sure. So Arjun and Stefan, will take a look at yours as soon as I can. I know Danny mentioned something though, and I have to be a little bit supportive to those that support me, right? BCEI. So BCEI, let's see. Those that pay the bills. BCEI stock. Bonas Creek Energy. SoFi, Arjun. I talked about that one yesterday, Arjun. No major changes. We'll definitely take a quick look at that. Stefan, INFY. I've never really heard of that one. Maybe you can just give me a quick description of what they do. So when we look at it, maybe we can go a little more in depth. Ed, we can get Mars clone and explore it in the metaverse instantly. Ed. That's actually that's very true, right? All right, so Bonza Creek Energy, we can see this is in the energy market. I'm guessing if it has the energy stock, but right now it is a super small company, right? Market cap of $1.17 billion. So we can see the stock price from its 52-week high has seen quite a correction. It's down about 24.5%. This is what is expected. I'm guessing this is going to be a nice growth stock. BCEI. But pretty much that's where most stocks have kind of seen a correction lately. Super small market cap. They are in the oil, natural gas company and engages in the acquisition, exploration, development, and production of oil and related liquid-rich natural gas in the United States. Right off the bat, I can tell you, Danny, this is not a company I normally would invest in. Energy market is very, very, very rare for me to invest in. But this is company expected to grow its revenues 46.7%. This is a company with profitable earnings, positive cash flow, and analysts for some reasons are very, very bullish in this company in the future. So that's pretty impressive. Financial health. You also come with a company with no debt and about not much cash in short-term investments. I'm pretty sure most of their assets are physical assets, either some form of like energy boundary plants or something to some extent. So their balance sheet also looks pretty strong. I wouldn't say this is probably one of the few energy companies that I've seen that has such a strong balance sheet and strong fundamentals as well. They also give you a 3.7% dividend yield. I don't know, Danny, if you found like the golden goose of energy stocks. This one looks pretty good. Strong dividends, strong fundamentals, strong growth, strong balance sheet. In forms of ownerships, it does seem like Franklin Resources owns. It seems institutions are already in this company big, right? So overall, I'm liking it. I'm liking it from fundamentals. I don't think it's a company I personally would invest in. Like I said, the energy market, not one I'm super bullish on. You give me a gaming stock, you give me a semiconductor stock, that's where I'm at. Extraordinary are hot sectors now. Unfortunately, right? I mean, semiconductors. I've been in semiconductors for multiple years. So from time to time, they tend to be hot. But agree, right? Extraordinaire. Agree with the overall semiconductor shortage at the moment. We definitely have that. That is a hot sector right now. So let's take a look at BCEI. BCEI right now in form of technicals. I want to say, hey, if I want to increase exposure right now, add into it. At these levels, a good portion of the risk has been eliminated. Obviously, stock prices can continue to go down, but again, not a company I personally would buy in at this moment. Maybe we can take a quick look at Y charts. They might have something on BCEI. What is it? Is it BCIE? Mikey? I guess they. Oh, that's financial metrics. Oops. BCEI. So Bonza, let's take a quick look. Past 3 years. Open image in new tab. Let's close this one. So right now, I mean, pretty much it's a super low EV to EBITDA ratio. It's not the cheapest it's been. It's not the highest. It's just like again. If I wouldn't mind if I was forced to buy into it. I wouldn't mind buying like a small to medium position at these levels. Not a company I personally would invest in just because it's not my style, Danny. But overall fundamentals look pretty cool. So Stefan, INFY does software development, maintenance, and company growth support through its clouds. It's steadily becoming bigger in Europe. That one sounds pretty interesting, Stefan. I see you use some of my favorite words. You use software, you use cloud, and you use growth. So I see you're trying to make me really look at this company. So we'll definitely take a look at it. Arjun, let's just take a quick look at SoFi. So Arjun, SoFi, I've done plenty of videos on. I looked at it on yesterday's stream, so we'll be super quick. A company that's expected to grow at strong levels, 32.2%. A company that has a decent financial balance sheet. I think it is going to be updated in their most recent earnings. But like I said, SoFi, I've done plenty of videos on it. I do want to just take a quick look at its technicals. Right now, if I was looking to enter the fintech market, I think SoFi would be a big play. Would definitely be would be on my watch list for sure. Arjun, right? I really like it at these levels. I do believe a good portion of the risk has been eliminated. Obviously, stock price can continue to go down. But if I was looking to enter the fintech market right now, SoFi would make it up there on that list. So Elias, you sold Square, Facebook, and C Limited to add to Palantir and Chinese yesterday, up 7.45%. Jeez, Elias, that was a great move. Congratulations on those returns already. So nice move for sure. Sometimes being active in a portfolio is not the worst thing, right? I mean, sometimes you could get some great prices like that. Cool. Just be careful of Chinese stocks. I bought DD and lost a lot after IPO. So extraordinaire. Yeah, that's true, right? I mean, it's definitely certain things I'm not a fan of. IPOs I tend to wait out. I do buy a little bit of positions. Unity was one that I was doing. Unity is up 4% right now. Is that what you wanted me to take a look at, Fizz? If sure, I mean, I'm happy. My portfolio is up pretty good right now. But yes, definitely, there's risk. Risk, and every investor should know their own risk to reward risk tolerance, especially international companies. AMD stocks up almost 5% today. Elias, I was shaking yesterday to do the moves. That's insane, right? But pretty impressive. Best of luck to it, Elias, for sure. Whew. Oh man, you guys, I feel like I talk more and more on these streams every single day. Give me a quick second for a drink. Sorry, June, right? I like SoFi. I like the levels it's at. If I was looking for the fintech market, I'm waiting for the fintech market. I would add it on my top watch list for sure. So AMD killing it for sure. Is Nvidia up in this list too? Nvidia is also up 1.1%. Obviously, it can go there. Obviously, it's always going to be green. Nvidia is the beast. But I do like AMD a lot. AMD has somehow made its way to my number 3 portfolio position size. And that one has pretty much done it through all gains. Where Nvidia has pretty much done it from a mixture of me adding and gains. But AMD is the true GOAT. I want to say it's the greatest of all times in my portfolio from pure gains. Fizz, good. Gotta run. Later, Jose. Have a great day. Take care, Fizz. Thanks for the support. Arjun, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Do you think AMD will make it to 100? AMD, I mean, in the long term of things, for sure. In the short term of things, I don't know, Arjun. AMD, I do believe can still, for me, in the next 3 to 5 years, be a huge winner, for sure. So what was the company was it? It wasn't extraordinary. Who was it? Stefan. INFY. So let's take a quick look at INFY. Never really heard about them. So you mentioned they are a European company. Infosystem, it's Infosystem. I'm guessing the market. They are traded, it seems, on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah. So let's take a quick look at there. So first thing, just like most software companies right now, Stefan, it is a bit overextended, right? I do see this a little bit with the software market, a bit overextended. We can see a huge trend up for multiple months. So a bit overextended. I want to say that's probably my first yellow flags in most software stocks. At the moment, I am me personally, hesitant in software stocks. But software stocks usually tend to have higher multiples than others. So first yellow flag is that. If we take a quick look, let's take a look. So a market cap of $91.2 billion. This is a big company already. Like you mentioned, a software company that provides consulting for North America, Europe, India, and international. Future growth, they're expected to grow at crazy levels, 10.5% on average for the next 3 to 5 years. Positive in earnings, positive in cash flow. For fundamentals, they're super strong. I already see their financial health is strong as well. They have about $3.6 billion in cash, no debt to their name. I like when software companies have strong amount of cash because it allows them to make smart acquisitions. If Infosystem hasn't done this right now, I'm pretty sure in the upcoming months, in the upcoming quarters, they will be coming out with acquisitions, right? This is right now the time where there's an influx of a lot of companies out there in the market, and usually when that happens, bigger companies just start buying them out and start picking them out one by one until eventually we go back to some decent number of companies. Ownership right now, institutions are a big provider. The Dutch bank owns a good portion of it. They also do pay a dividend, 1.86%. So who was it again? It was Stefan, right? So Stefan, I do like the company fundamentals. I want to say, right, the biggest to me yellow flag is just the overall valuation, right? At the same time, I don't know what the company does in form of markets. Is, hey, take a look at what their product map is. What are their future growth? What are their future plans? That can explain a little bit more. Let's take a quick look at it here in forms of valuation metrics. Pretty much like what we've been seeing with almost every single stock, especially in the software market, a lot over. Are we doing 3? Yeah, for some reason it only goes with these software stocks as back as May, but a bit overvalued compared to where it's at. It doesn't mean it's a bad investment. It doesn't mean the stock price will ever drop. To me, it just tells me that, Jose, there is that higher risk percentage. Stefan, hope you enjoyed that. Extraordinaire. Jose, you were among the first of YouTube analysts who convinced me of AMD. Wall Street analysts weren't that bullish as I remember. And now they are, I bet, right? Extraordinaire. Hey, sometimes a broken clock gets you right even twice a day, right? I think that's the saying. So sometimes I do get lucky, but the semiconductor market is one I'm very, very bullish on. So hopefully I was able to help out some investors in that. But guys, it is 11 o'clock. It is 11:05. It's actually late. I need to go eat breakfast. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but tomorrow I might be on a little bit later. I'll show my updated time probably on Discord channel, so make sure to join the Discord group. It should be the link somewhere around. But guys, thank you so much. Take care, have a good day, and see you guys on Discord for sure. David Becker. So peace. Now I gotta